Okay, this video is going to show some of the paint dits and dings so that anybody who's coming to do this sight unseen will see all of them and know. So on the hood itself, see there's some stuff that's fallen down. I don't know if these are going to show up. There's a little bitty, those two spots. As I come back, there's a few, just some road rash, and again, I'm not sure how well these are going to show up. Some fairly normal. I mean, I drive this thing every day, so you can see just a few spots. I do not have a can of touch-up, although I can certainly get it from the dealer. Brand new aux fan in there. Very nice quality one. Went with the best I could find. Apparently I didn't clean that very well. Alright. Headlights definitely still have some glaze on them. Again, I'd replace these with some kind of aftermarket light. That gap right now is because this is open for me. On the front bumper itself, so a little bit of peppering on this, but this functions. You got, I'm just pointing out, right here, and I don't think these showed up or will show up, but you've got kind of some cracks through here and cracks through there and there where maybe they didn't have enough flex agent underneath on the bumper and just something might have touched it. So just some, not visible until you get really close. You see some right there too. So underneath you can see where maybe coming up too close to parking, something like that will be my guess. And then this fog light, rock hit it fairly recently. So these are I think $20 or $30 on eBay. And then a few more chips. So relatively normal wear as far as that goes. I'll come back to the engine because I want to kind of go around and look at everything. Nothing down this side. What looks like a little bit of a, I don't know if somebody was buffing or something and just kind of, I'm not even sure if that'll come out. So on the mirror there's a little ding there. This looks like somebody tried to touch it up and maybe even the color is a little different. So that's right there. Right up here. Somebody must have had something resting on it. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to capture that. See if I can get a different angle. Well, anyways, there's what looks like a little rub mark from something that sat there. So it's not on the other side, so I'm not sure what it was from. The door is actually in good set. I got rid of all the dings and dents. They're not anywhere on the car. I replaced all of these around it. Every one, they were all cracked and nasty. Just walking through, there's a scratch. Somebody, again, I'm not sure if it, but it actually scratches through a little bit, and then right there. These have got what looks like kind of somebody had painted or finished them maybe, or maybe it was original like that, and then this. So I probably can clean them up. And then the OEM BMW flaps. The rear spoiler of note. Okay, just this section from right where my finger is to down here, this leading edge has some area that's chipped off. It had, don't know when it was like that since I got it. I haven't addressed it, I haven't touched it, but that's there. A little bit of a scratch right here. Alright, there's a few minor stuff through here from coming up over into the trunk. Just continuing around, taking a look, making sure I'm not missing anything. Right up here on the top of the door is a small one. Two what appear to be maybe a door went into it. And again, if you look down, no door dings on this at all. They've all been removed, paid $200 some, and that was at cost through the dealer because I get a good deal for that. There's a spot where probably was previously a door, somebody came into it, but only the marks there, so it might be able to buff out nothing through the paint, but a white spot. This mirror, trailing edge just a little bit. A few small peppering spots on the front. I think that's it. Then you got previous ding maybe up there. And then kind of the same thing looks like 1, 2, 3 underneath the paint. Not sure how well that'll come in. So maybe they just didn't put the right flex agent on when they painted it. Because this fender and this and the bumper were repainted at some point, and I have the body shop stuff from that. Okay, onto the engine bay. Oh, on the back of the hood, that's right. This used to rub. I've rebent that and got it so it clears now. Of course, now I got to open the hood again. Need to lubricate that door. Started squeaking recently. Oh, there was one other thing. That's right, it's right in my field of view. And so I didn't see it noticed until recently, so I'm not sure how long it's been there. But there is a crack star. It's right behind the mirror when you're sitting in the driver's seat, so I've never noticed it. So I'm not 100% certain how long it's been there, but I don't think it's very long. And then there's a small one right there. Okay, here's the engine. So taking a look, as I said, the fan's been replaced, the cooling system. The radiator had been replaced sometime before I got it, so we replaced hoses, the thermostat housing, the water pump. Those are all BMW parts, so the composite impeller on that, brand new, one of these brand new hoses, so brand new expansion tank, you know, and the BMW coolant in it as well. A little bit, it's the green coolant from BMW. A little bit of dried stuff there at the top. New washer pump, because that's a big problem on these. CCV has been replaced, the CCV, sorry, the valve, the crankcase ventilation valve. This is a new hose from that, and it goes down into that, and there's another one. Those have been taken care of. And what clued me into the issue being, one is you get a little high oil consumption, is one, and the other is, this is obviously old and it won't go away, but if the CCV is not working properly, it's not pulling the crankcase air out, especially when it's first started. You got a lot of moisture in that air, and so if it's not pulling it out, then it will condense. Especially if you run it a short period of time, less than about 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes, and then it doesn't have a chance to burn off that condensation or that water vapor in there. Sorry, I'm going to angle this right. And it'll leave kind of a foamy deposit on these, and then over time that's what they look like. So I've wiped it down a little bit. They're not going to really go away, but that was a clue that they needed to fix that. You know, brake fluid has been flushed. Pretty much anything and everything we could have done in here has been done. All new belts at one point. All that information's in the for sale ad. So lots of stuff done within here. You know, campaigns, recalls, all done. Everything is up to date on it. Crankcase position sensor recall, emission service action recall. So all these different things that have been done to it at some point. So anyways, that's the engine bay. So that's this in a nutshell. It does have slotted rotors on them, front and rear. They're in good shape. There's a very minor lip, so they still got plenty of life. The pads are, you know, 80%, I'd say. Pretty good. As I said, I didn't get a chance to clean this. So this actually, some of this stuff is very difficult to come off. I haven't really spent a lot of time on them. I'll show you how good the alignment is. Really no excessive wear on this thing, and it's been like this for 15,000 miles. These tires have been on the car. I had it redone by my brother-in-law. He spent about 2 hours. There is a hose. Power steering hose has not been replaced, but it does have what appears to be kind of seepage. Oops, let's see if I can get it. This hose right here, sorry, the power one coming off, I think is leaking down on here. So it comes off the back side of the pump. So it can be replaced if the buyer wants. I can talk about it, but it has not been done as of right now. I think I mentioned was doing it because we were planning on it, but we'll get there. So it's not officially done yet. Whatever I've said, I was getting ahead of myself, in short. I did hear when I was starting it up, the shield, exhaust shield, was rattling, so I got to pinch it. I think it's a fairly common problem. And then I'll go take a look at the back, especially to show you the camber wear and stuff. So normally these tires have about 5,000–6,000 miles on them, and you can see very even wear. They're an asymmetric tread, but usually you'll see right here a lot of wear, especially in this area when the alignment's off, and it doesn't have that problem. In short, that's runs in exactly like it's supposed to. Very good alignment. You know, the bushings were replaced. For the trailing arm, you can see at some point it's a little dirty. No active leaks or anything, but just a little dirty. Other than that,